Everyone, I'm Heba and welcome back. Today I'm going to be playing with some new makeup, some new high-end makeup that I've accumulated for the past couple of months. And I'm also going to be using some of my favorite products too, because I can't buy everything luxury now. But let me show you some of the high-end products that I'll be using, and one of them is this foundation by Cle de Peau. Yes, I went there. I bought a $130 foundation. Actually, I got two because I wasn't too sure on which shade, so I got two, and I have been using this for a while now. This is one of the products that I have been using, and I think I've focused in on one shade, which is not this one, it's this one. So you can kind of see, maybe it's a little bit darker. So this one's 050 and 060. And the eyeshadows that I'm going to be using is this cute packaging right here by Chantecaille, the Hummingbird palette. One of you guys mentioned about the Chantecaille eyeshadows, and yeah, they are a little bit pricey, and I thought, okay, let me try some of these shadows here. And here are the shadows in the Hummingbird palette. Real pretty. I also got a single eyeshadow by Chantecaille. It's the Rhinoceros. Yes, that's the Rhinoceros. I don't know if I'll be using it because it's kind of a taupey shade, so I don't know if it'll work with this look. But if I don't try it, I will swatch it for you guys. Bought this bronzer by La Mer, and yeah, I do love La Mer. You all know I love the skincare by La Mer, and I do have another bronzer by La Mer. But when I saw this one, I thought, okay, I saw it at beautylish.com, and here is this one by La Mer. Little plastic thing came off. So we'll see if this will work for my skin tone. And the blush, it's the new one by Hourglass, the Ambient Blush in the shade At Night. And here is that one. Oh yeah, and 3 lipsticks by Chanel. It's their new Holiday 2020 collection. So I picked up 3 shades. So I thought, let's play with some high-end. And of course, I've got some non-high-end products here that I'll use with this. Let me go ahead and prime my eyes with the Hourglass eyeshadow primer. This is a high-end, I guess, but it's not new for me. Just go just a little bit, like so, and then apply it. Oh, okay, maybe that was a little too much. This is my favorite eyeshadow primer right now, and I've been using it quite a bit, and halfway done now, maybe? Alright, now let's try the Chantecaille Hummingbird palette, and I believe this is in the warm shades. And it looks like there's 1 matte and 3 shimmers, so let's go ahead and use the 1 matte, and I'm using the Detail Pro by Sonia G, and let's go ahead and dip our brush in there. These pan size are small. Look at that, my brush barely fits in there. Okay, that's good. Always need to tap out the crease there. And I always like to put it in the outer corner just to see how pigmented it is. I think I need to build it up some more. But that goes on very smooth on my lids. I like it. It's not settling on my textured lids there. Okay, impressed so far. Just keep building it up there in the outer corner. Alright, I think that blended out very nicely. I did have to build it up, but it is buildable. You know what? Let me swatch these for you. I forgot to swatch these. Plus, I want to see what these metallic shades look like on my skin tone. Okay, here's that matte shade. Do they have names on it? I don't see any names on it. So this is the brown matte shade. And then let's go in with the first metallic shade. That one right here. That's pretty. Let's try this silvery blue shade. Let's go into that and see what that looks like. Right, and then this bottom corner right there. Let's see what that one looks like. Okay, that's more of a pinky duochrome shade. There we go. So here are the 4 shades in this Hummingbird palette. All right, looking at the swatches, I think I'll go for this pinky one and place that one on my lid. And I always like to use my finger when placing metallic shades. And we'll place that one in the center. It does have a pretty duochrome. It seems like I need to build this shade up too. All right, I'm gonna go back in with the matte shade, just kind of build up a little bit more on the outer corner. Just in the outer corner. And I probably should mention that this palette costs $72, so it is an expensive palette for 4 shades that the pans are kind of small. But I did buy this at Space NK and they were having a 20% off, so I did get it with a discount. All right, now let's go with the first shade here and place that in the inner corner of my eye. Make sure my finger's clean. Yeah, this shade, and place it in the inner corner of my eye. Ooh, I like that one. It does have like a peachy tone to it. I'm going to keep building up the outer corner of my eye with this matte shade just to give me some dimension here. Okay, I do have to say that this metallic shade that I placed on my lid, it's not as pigmented as I thought it would be. I think it's more of a shadow topper because I still have to keep building it up. I'm thinking how I can use this blue shade right here. I think I may apply it on my lash line because y'all know I love my black eyeliner, but let me try this blue shade right here. And I found this brush by Wayne Goss. I think it's a number 7. It's just a small little liner brush. Let's see if this will work. Let's see. And just place that on the top lash line. It does have a little bit of fallout. What do you think, guys? Did I mess up this look? Let's just keep going. All right, that's not bad. It's not bad. All right, let me get a makeup wipe here. And what I like to do is just kind of tear it up in 3s because I don't need a full sheet for this. And then I'll just clean up the mess that I did here and give me that crisp line right here. Before I put primer on my face, I want to swatch these 2 shades for you on my cheek to let you see the 2 shades that I got. 050 and 060. This one's 050 and let me swatch it on my cheek. All right, and 060. All right, see, I think 060 is better for me right now. Maybe this will be better for me in the wintertime. But I'm not keeping both of these shades. I'm going to return one of them. And I think I prefer 060 because I've been playing around with these foundations for a while now, and I think I like 060. But I kept 050 so you can kind of see the difference in the 2 shades on my skin tone. Probably should let you know the name of this foundation, and it's, of course, by Cle de Peau, and it's the Radiant Fluid Foundation Matte. It also has a SPF of 20. And yes, this one is $130, and this is the most expensive foundation that I've ever bought. I do have the one by Guerlain, and I believe that one's 80, and I love that one. So I wanted to try this one because it does say that it's a matte foundation with a radiant finish. Oh, and 060 is Deep Tan Ochre, and I believe this is in the neutral spectrum. 050 is just tan ochre, so 060 is a deep tan ochre. And there are 24 shades in this foundation, which is not bad. It's really good, and it's supposed to give you a soft, focused finish. So let's see if it does. Okay, what I'm going to do is kind of put some moisture back underneath my eyes because, you know, whenever I wipe it, it just kind of takes away some moisture. So I just like to add it back in because I do have the old dry eyes. And this is by The Ordinary. This is the Rose Hip Seed Oil. It's very runny, so I just need a little bit and just tap it underneath my eyes. Then going in with this primer by Good Molecules, one of my favorites. I'm just going to go ahead and prime my face. This one is not a new or high-end product. And then for my pores, the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. And of course, this one's not high-end, it's drugstore, but it works just the same. Just grab a little bit and just tap it into my pores. Mainly in my forehead, my cheeks, and my chin. Forgot to mention one other high-end product that I bought. It's also by Cle de Peau, and it's their concealer. I believe it's the Radiant Concealer or the Radiant Corrector. And this is the one with the clicker, and this costs $65. Yes, it is pricey, and it does have a nice little applicator brush there. And I have also been playing with this, and I kind of like it. So what I do is I use, I think 2 clicks was all I needed. And then place that underneath my eyes. 2 clicks for each eye. Kind of like the clicker. Then I have this brush by Sigma. I believe it's the P86. And this is what I like to blend it out with. I tried it with my finger and I didn't like how it looked with my finger. But this concealer on me applies better with a brush. Oh, and did I mention that this is in the shade Buff? And I think it's a good color for underneath my eyes. And as I'm blending it out, it doesn't settle in my lines. When I use my finger, that's when I notice that it does. Now let's use the foundation. I'll make sure I got the right shade. 060. It does come in a beautiful glass bottle and nice lid and a pump. And then all I need is just 1 pump. That's all you get. And it is kind of runny. It does have a little bit of a perfumey smell, but not too bad. because some of these high-end foundations do have that perfumey smell. Then get my favorite foundation brush by BK Beauty, the 101, and blend that out. And you can see that it just blends out very nicely, and I love this shade. I would say this is more of a medium coverage for me. And it just sinks right into my skin. I like this foundation. I know, $130 foundation. It's a little bit on the pricey side. Okay, try not to smile because the foundation is still, or the concealer is still a little wet. But yeah, I just love how this sits on my skin. It's not settling in any pores. It's not settling in any fine lines. And this shade is a lot better than 050 because that one just kind of made me look a little gray. Using my favorite brush for underneath my eyes. This one came from the Dose of Colors eyeshadow palette. And I'm going to go in with the matte shade and place the shade underneath my eyes. You know, I do like this brown matte shade. I do like it. The metallic shades, they are a little bit more, like I said, like a shadow topper, but it's working, it's working. What I'm gonna use for my waterline, I'm gonna do that off camera because that freaks me out a little bit. But this one by Kaya Weiss, this one is a high-end brand, and I did receive this in a beauty box many months ago, and this is in the shade brown. So I think I'm gonna go with a brown eyeliner for the waterline this time. No black, no black this time. And let me do this off camera and my brows and my mascara, and I'll be right back. Use this pencil by Kaya Weiss in my waterline, and I kind of feel naked without a black liner, but we will push through it. We will push through it. And for my brows, this one by Benefit, Precisely My Brown, the shade 4.5. And I use 3 mascaras. This one by Pat McGrath, the Fetish Eyes. I use that one for my lower lash line. And then my favorite, the Lancome Mr. Big. Love this mascara. And I always like to double up on my mascara, and with that one I used this one by Deuce, the Punk Volumizing Mascara. Now let's try this bronzer by La Mer. And again, it has the 3 different shades. I guess this is a highlighter, bronzer, and a blush. And let me go ahead and swatch each of these separately. The highlighter, bronzer, and blush right there. Don't know if the bronzer will be good on my skin tone, but we will try it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swish it all around here. I'm going to use the Face Master by Sonia G, and yeah, I'm just going to swish it all around. Maybe more concentrated in the bronzer. And let's see. Let's see that one. I don't know. I think it's a little too cool for me. I don't know. Does it look like I have dirt on my face? So let me not try to concentrate too much on the bronzer. Put it on my forehead. My jowls there. Bronzer's not the best. I'm going to have to admit it. The bronzer's not the best. No, don't like the bronzer. That's an expensive bronzer too. Let me see how much I paid for it. $90 for this bronzer to make it look like I have dirt on my face. Let me see if I use the blush, if that can just kind of tame it down a little bit. And here's the new blush by Hourglass at Night. And again, here is what it looks like. And let me swatch this for you. Put that right there. So that is the blush. I think I just put it over the La Mer bronzer, but there is the blush right there. There you go. See it by itself without mixing it with the La Mer bronzer. This brush is the Real Techniques, and I don't think they make this brush anymore. I think they changed the style of it. Let's go ahead and try this shade and see how it looks on my skin tone. Actually, I like this shade. I like it. Let me pop a little bit more on my cheeks, the apples of my cheeks. Does make the bronzer look a little bit better, doesn't it? Okay, maybe I put a little bit too much. This is great for if you have medium to deep skin tones. So yeah, it will show up because some of the Hourglass bronzers, blushes, they aren't very deep. The one that I really do love, they don't make anymore as a special edition. That one is Vivid Blush. Love that blush. I wish they would bring that one back. But yeah, let me go ahead and blend it out. Let me go ahead and powder my face. This is the powder by Hourglass. Got a lot of Hourglass products here. And let me powder over the blush just to kind of tame it down a little bit because I think I put too much. And after I powder my face, I always like to go in with this brow gel by Anastasia Beverly Hills to kind of go over my brows. It's in the shade Chocolate and just kind of cover up my gray hairs in my brows. So yeah, I always like to do that at the very end. Yeah, got a lot of grays right here. All right, let me do my hair and I'll be right back and we'll play with the Chanel lipsticks. Now let's try the lipsticks. I got them off of Chanel.com and there are 4 new shades, but I only got 3 of them. 107, 117, and 137. There is a 127, but I already have enough red, so I didn't get that one. And each lipsticks cost $45 each. I believe I have only one Chanel lipstick that I haven't used in a while, so when I saw the shades with this new holiday edition, I thought, okay, I kind of like those. So let's try shade 107, and let's see, the name is Or Beige, and it's the lightest one. I'm not going to use a lip liner because I just want to see what this shade looks like without a liner. I think I do need to use a liner with this shade 107, but it is a pretty pinky nude shade. I like this one. It's very light on the lips. It's not thick at all, but yeah, I do need a liner with this shade. This shade 117, when I saw it swatched on someone else on YouTube, I really like this one, and I hope this one looks as good as it did on her. And here's 107. No, 117, and this one's called Or Couvre. I believe that's how you say it. I'm not very good with French. I like this shade. I like this one. It can go for a nude for me. I like it. I may put this one back on after I try the last one. Oh, and I like how you get the lipsticks out. You just push and it just pops out. I like that. Last one is 137 and it's pronounced Pompadour. I believe that's how you say it. And this is the deepest one here. This is like a deep burgundy one. You know, they're not very overpowering, even though this is a deep shade. It's not an overpowering type of texture. I don't know how to explain it, but the Chanel lipsticks are very light on the lips. It looks like a stain, more or less. Okay, I think I like this one too. Actually, I think I like all 3 of them, just the lightest one. I do need a liner with that. Let me swatch all 3 on my hand for you so you can see the difference. So this is 107, 117, and 137. These 2 do look a little similar, but different. Now, does this lipstick go with this eye look? I think it does. All right, now what do I think of everything? Well, I know I already love the foundation and the concealer because I've been playing with those for a couple weeks now. And I do like the shade 060 more than 050 because this is 060 and I think it's more my color. We'll see how it will look during the winter times when I'm getting a little lighter and paler. And I like how it sits on my skin. It just looks like, even though it's a matte finish, it does give me a little bit of radiance. Now for the eyeshadows. Oh, you know what? Let me swatch the the rhino one for you guys. I said if I wasn't going to use it, I would swatch it, and let me put it right here. Ooh, should have used that one. What do you think? I think this will be nice all over the lid, just the one shade and go. For the hummingbird palette, now it did say that it's supposed to make your eyes look like the feathers of a hummingbird, and I can see that. And I do like using the blue for a liner. It's something different. I know I feel kind of naked without my black liner, but it works. It works. I do like the matte shade. I really do like the matte shade. The shimmer shades, I think they're more of a shadow topper to me, at least for my skin tone, but I'll still play with it some more because, I mean, this is a pricey palette and I will use it. For the Mer Bronzer, I don't know yet. I still need to play with that some more because this is the first time that I've used the bronzer and the blush. I mean, do you see a bronzer on my face? Yes, no, maybe? So I will play with this some more and I'll let you know if I don't like it or not. And I bought this off of Beautylish a month ago and I think I'm out of that window to return it, so I do need to try to make this work. Now for the Hourglass blush, I love this blush. This is the Radiant blush and it does give you a little bit of luminosity. But yeah, I do like this shade. Kind of like a brick red, and a little bit does go a long way. I just blended it out and put some more powder. Maybe this side I need a little bit more. But yeah, I do like this blush, and this one is $40 if I forgot to mention that. And the lipsticks, I think I like all 3 lipsticks. They're very nice on my lips. It's not dominating on my lips, the texture of it. So maybe I need to invest more into Chanel lipsticks. I did place an order on the new Lisa Eldridge lipsticks, and that should be coming soon, so expect a video on that too. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of me trying on new luxury products. They're not all luxury and they're not all new. Again, Thank you. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this. And you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.